Oh shit, look at my eyes. What's up, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes? If you don't know that reference, yeah, you haven't seen Peak. Location change. I'm right outside the art building. There's a thing to prop my phone up here, so I'm gonna have to hold it. This is college class rankings part 2 and 3. I'm gonna very briefly run through 2 just because I didn't really like any of my classes last semester. That's a lie. I did like my my one class from my gen ed. That's about it. Starting off strong with number 5 is my fucking math class. I am sure. I actually don't know if you guys remember or not. I don't know if that was as significant in your life as it was mine. It probably wasn't, actually. To refresh your memory, I cried like 3 times over my over my math final. Not the proudest moment in my life. I cried once before the exam, then I cried in therapy, and then I cried after the exam. So like that's 3 whole times. 3. I can put the crash up photos on stream when I am like editing this, because like I was crashing out. It was bad. I was not having a good day that day. Like, thank God I had therapy before my math exam. I'll be so honest. I'll be so for real. Next up, we have research, my research class. I actually forgot what it's called, so I'm just gonna call it my research class, my research in psychology. Critical thinking and psychology. Number 4. I fucking hated that class because it was boring. Research classes are always really hard, especially for like psychology. And my professor sucked. Like, she sucked so much. I left her a scathing rate my professor review. When it was time for like student feedback forms, I was not kind. Like, I was not nice. When I had to take my stats class this semester, when it came between having a nice 3 lectures a week, you know, from 11:50 from 11 to 11:50, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and taking a 3-hour-long stats class from 5:30 to 8, I chose the 3-hour-long lecture because she wasn't the one teaching it. I hated her that much. I hated her. And like the worst part is that she's actually a very kind lady. She just sucks as a professor. And I hated her. And I couldn't even skip her class because attendance was graded. Fuck that. Next up is Spanish. Spanish 2. I made a really good friend in that class, so I can't knock on it too much because like I did meet somebody that like I genuinely really like in that class. But like I did not like Spanish 2. I liked my professor a lot. She was like genuinely very kind. And she was really fun. The only thing I didn't like about Spanish was the fact it literally felt like you were taking a high school class in college. Like, that was the vibe. Like, she fucking roll called. You had to like hear every single class. She like, if you didn't do your homework, unlike most college professors, she didn't just like not care. She was like, why didn't you do your homework? If you like missed a class, again, she wouldn't just like silently mark you absent. She would have to like email you and be like, why weren't you in class? Like, bitch. Like, and like just the vibe of the class in general, it felt like I was back in a high school class, which is like not the vibe I want to take with me into college, you know? So, I mean, I got an A in the class because like fucking but yeah, I rank it number 3 just because it had the vibe of a high school class, and like they gave so much homework. Like it was so much homework. Like, I've always said this about gen eds, they need to know their place. Like when my major class assigns less homework than the gen ed, there's a little bit of a problem. Coming in strong at number 2, careers in psychology. This was required, everybody has to take it. I got very conflicting, like, when I should be taking this class type of deal, because, like, I met with 2 advisors. The first one told me, like, yeah, most people take it their freshman, sophomore year, get it over with. And the second one told me, like, yeah, no, most people take it, like, their junior, senior years, because they're, like, about to go into the real world of, like, job hunting or whatever. It's like, so then when should I ended up taking it second year of freshman year, my second semester freshman year, and it was fine. It met once a week, and I showed up every other week because attendance was not taken. It was a 1 credit class, attendance was not taken, and yeah, no, I showed up every other week. The only reason I continued to go to that class is because I did like the professor. Last semester for my intro to psych course, and so I did like him. Just the class was so fucking useless. Like, I'm sorry, I already know how to get a job because I had one when I took the class. Like, I can see how it can be useful because I guess some people need to be told not to wear sweatpants to an interview. I don't fucking know. I guess some people, like, just don't know how to build a resume, which is, like, it's fair. Not everybody learns those skills. Like, I still thought the class was, like, relatively useless. It only met once a week, and, like, it assigned very little homework, like, so little homework. I got an A in the class, and I showed up every other fucking week, so, last up was my favorite class. It was a gen ed. It was a gen ed that was both interesting and knew its place, which is, like, I think every gen ed should strive to be like that. I actually don't remember what the gen ed was for. I think it was, like, for human development or something, which is, like, what my minor is in, so I don't even know why I had to take a course like that, but, like, whatever the fuck, I don't care. It was a class called Tweens and Teens. I think I talked about this class a lot, just because I did genuinely really enjoy it. I really liked my professor. She wasn't even technically a professor. She had no teaching certifications. She was just, like, her normal job was a high school football counselor. Like, that was her, like, normal day-to-day job. And, like, she just taught a college class on the side, which, like, admirable. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know if this is, like, how Ellie or Grayson's college professors are, but, like, most of, like, the professors in the psych department, professor is, like, not their full-time job. Like, a lot of them are therapists or, like, researchers, and they just, like, teach as a side hustle. It's like, I commend, I respect, you know, get your bag, king. I don't think being a professor is, like, sustainable. Like, I don't think you make enough money to sustain yourself, which is, like, really fucking sad, but whatever. Right, teens and tweens. I really liked the professor. She was super chill. I remember she canceled class one day because she had a long weekend off of school and we didn't have that same, like, days off, and so she was like, girl, if I'm not gonna work, I'm not gonna come in to teach, you don't have to be here either. And there I wasn't. She was like, you can come in to the class if you want, because it was during finals season, like, if we wanted to come in and study, we could, but, like, nobody was gonna fucking do that. The only thing I didn't like about her class, I did really well on all the exams. For her midterm, I got an 80 out of 80. Like, bro, the final, I got, like, a 70 something out of 80 questions. Like, I did really good on the exams. It was the group projects. I fucking hate group projects. I don't understand why colleges like to assign group projects. I don't. Or at least, like, they should be optional. It should be like, if you want to work with a group, you can work with a group, but if you want to work by yourself, you can do that too. I think part of it was because like we did have to do like presentations, and we just would not have enough time if everybody did singular presentations, which like I guess, but like, oh my god, we did 2 group projects. The first one I got kind of lucky with, because everybody, like, they pulled their weight, they did their work, you know, we all divided the work evenly, it was fine. The second one, aka the more important one, because it was part of the final grade, Jesus fucking Christ, oh my god. I hated 2 of those girls, hated them. If I ever catch them again, fucking right hook, I swear to God. See, the one guy I was working with, he was chill, he was cool. He was away a lot because he just had a really hectic life. Like, his mom was in the hospital during final season, which I really hope she's okay. She had to be flown down from like Washington to, she's just a fly. She had to be like flown down to Washington from here to like receive medical care. And she was just in and out of the hospital during final season. So like, respect to the guy for even like showing up and doing any effort. Because like, if my mom was in the hospital during final seasons, you would not catch me in class. Like, so I already have a lot of respect for that. But like the other 2 girls, like, they didn't do any work, and then when presentations came, they just stood there like, and like me and the guy, because we like did our thing together. I don't want to go too much into the group project, but it was basically like me and the guy made a case study, right? They were supposed to present articles, and we made a case study, like me and the guy did. Like, me and the guy, we were on lock. We knew what we were talking about. I did most of the case study because like I'm a psych major. I know how to write a fucking case study. I was taking a research class. Like, I knew how to write a case study, so I did most of the work, but like, the other 2 girls who were supposed to present the articles, they just stood there like, you wanna know why? Because they didn't find the fucking articles. I did. When the deadline was like creeping up to turn in articles, neither of them had anything. So I just found the articles. I even made an entire Google Doc summarizing the articles and like what their flaws were, like what the study was, what their flaws were, things like that. And I shared it with everybody. I don't think they ever opened it. Like, I did the work for them. I ended the class with an A. It was a low A because of that fucking group presentation, but it was an A nonetheless, and that's all a bitch can really ask for. But yeah, no, that was my favorite class. I just really liked the subject. Sorry, a bus. I found the subject matter really interesting. I liked the professor. I might try to reach out to her again and just see if she, like, I don't know, if I ever need like a letter of recommendation or something. Yeah. We moved, bitch. I don't know if I'm gonna stay here because like this table is like looking really dirty. But now on to sophomore year, semester 1. So the classes I am taking this semester, I'm just gonna put them in like order of like when I take them. Yeah. Brain Matters, which is just like a neuroscience class. Intellectual Heritage, which is like a philosophy class. You have to take 2 intellectual heritage. I'm in intellectual heritage 1. Statistics and psych, which is just my psych class for the semester. What am I doing? Wait, hold up. Wait, fuck. Why is my mind like going blank? No. Okay, let me try this one more time. More concise. Brain Matters, which I also have a lab for. Statistics and psych. Intellectual Heritage, which is my philosophy class. Families and Community, which is the class for my minor, and it just analyzes like family dynamics and stuff like that. And lastly, The Future of Your TV, which is a completely online class. And we're gonna start off strong. with number 5. And number 5 is intellectual heritage. Oh my fucking god, I have never been so bored in a class. Like, ever. Jesus Christ, I don't give a shit about the Epic Gilgamesh. I don't care. I don't care. Other than the fact that, like, low-key, it's kind of yaoi. Other than the fact that the Epic is, like, low-key kind of yaoi coded, I say about a 4,000-year-old text. I don't give a shit. I don't care. We're gonna read Frankenstein. I'm supposed to be reading Frankenstein this weekend. Am I going to? No, I'm probably gonna skim it and just say I read it, because, like, it got me fucked up. You think I'm reading that? But yeah, no. I don't even, like, dislike the professor. I don't dislike any of my professors, actually, now that I'm, like, really thinking about it. It's so boring. And the worst part is it's required. Like, it's required. Everybody has to take intellectual heritage, which is like, ugh, I hate it. I want to kill myself. Moving on to number 4, it's Brain Matters, which is my neuroscience class. It's a Gen Ed for my science credit. I have to take 2. I'm going to try to take my next one next semester, just, my science credit's over with. And the reason I don't like Brain Matter, you think this would be up my alley, because, like, I'm a psych major. I know the brain. No. I made a mistake. Why am I? My homework is just coloring. It's just coloring. It's a college level coloring book, and it was like $60. Oh my god, I do like the professor, but she is very strict when it comes to, like, attendance and grades and things being in on time. If you turn something in a day late, you're not going to get credit for it unless you, like, emailed her about it beforehand, or you have, like, a DRS accommodation, like a disability accommodation. Which, like, I do have disability accommodations, but, like, that's, like, handing in stuff late is not part of that. So, yeah. Also, neuroscience is just, like, not my thing, because it's the brain anatomy. And, like, I know the frontal lobe, the partial lobe, your temporal lobe, your cerebellum, your brain cell. I know where all that is. Like, okay, I know where all it is. I know what it does. But, like, you have to, like, dive into the neurons in neuroscience. Like, you have to know, like, that, I forget what it's called, but that, like, that one part of your brain transfers stuff, like, sensory information over to your thalamus, which helps, like, send information over to, like, your brainstem for, like, your, like, sensory whatever. Like, bro. I will say, however, that my professor, I'm just gonna call her Dr. V, because I think that's anonymous enough. She is genuinely a very good professor. Like, she does make the lecture, like, I think she knows what she teaches is fucking boring. So she is really good at, like, making the lectures at least, like, comprehensible. So, like, props to that. Next up, numero tres. I don't know why I did that. Is gonna be the future of your TV. It's a completely online course. I forget about it so often, as you can very clearly see. It's completely online. Assignments are due, like, at the end of every week, I think, and, like, the assignments are literally never hard, like ever. I'm sorry, it is so easy to cheat. I'm joking. I have academic honesty, integrity. I would never. But, like, it is completely online, which it does help, because I have a lot of more free time now, because I'm taking an online class. And it is an art credit. It basically just analyzes how, like, TV and media and stuff like that has changed over the years. Yeah, it's only at number 3 just because, like, I forget about it so often. And, like, I don't have any feelings towards it. Like, I don't hate it. I don't like it either. Like, I just have a timer on my phone, like, hey, do it, and then I do it, and then, yeah. At number 4, we have the class for my minor. It is families and community. Like I've said previously, this class covers, like, family dynamics and stuff like that. I like it. I don't really have much to say on it. There's like these 2 girls in there who are, like, really cool. I'm not gonna name drop them because, like, I respect privacy. No, the fuck I don't. I don't respect people's privacy. I respect people's privacy when they're not Coach. Anyway, I respect most people's privacy. Not Coach's, but most people's. At number 1, I don't think this is a surprise. I mean, I don't fucking know. It's statistics and psychology. It is my 3-hour lecture class, but what I like about it is that it never runs for 3 hours. The professor, literally first day of class, I forget who asked, like, one of the girls was like, "Professor, is this class always gonna run 3 hours?" And this man was like, "No, I'm tired too. Like, I want to go home too." I respect it. He usually tries to keep it at 90 minutes because after, like, 90 minutes when you kind of start to lose people. I respect that. He assigns 2 textbooks, but, like, I found them online, so I'm not gonna knock points off. And, like, it's not even, this man doesn't even, like, require you to read it. And he's like, yeah, if you want to, you can, but, like, if you don't, you don't have to. It's just, like, what we talk about in class. That's it. Speaking of which, the reason I love this class so much is because I love the professor. He is so chill. This man, he's genuinely a very good professor. Like, he does teach very well. Because we are a small enough class that, like, he kind of tries to get, like, group discussions. And, like, statistics is technically math, and as we have established, math, not my strong suit. But, like, I genuinely like his class. It's not very math heavy, even though statistics is a type of math. All he wants is for, like, us to be able to read a graph. I already came into that class knowing how to do that. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say about the class other than, like, I like it so much because of the professor. And it's only once a week. Attendance isn't even taken, which is nice. But I do plan on showing up just because I do like the class. And, like, he seems so happy every time there's people there. Like, he walked into our second lecture on Thursday and he was like, "Oh, there's less people here, but I'm glad that the people who are here are here." So, I feel so special. So that's it, boys and girl. Shout out Elliot. That was my college class ranking, parts 2 and 3. I might do a part 4 next year. I'll do a part 4 and 5. Part 4, 5, and 6. I'll just do it all my senior year. Make it like a 3-year wait? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the dining hall and then I'm gonna get food and, like, edit this. And I'm not gonna put a lot of effort into editing, I'll be so fucking honest. I'm just gonna put all the clips together, maybe, like, add some sound effects. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to edit. I edit on iMovie. Oh fuck. Okay. I lost my, like, grip on my phone. I only know how to edit on iMovie because it's free. I don't know. But yeah, that's the video. Goodbye, chat.